Welcome back to another quick episode of Spaceman 2.0. We're decoding the codes that's hidden in plain sight. So in this quick episode, we're going to decode the cult of Saturn, the cult of Satan, the brotherhood of the snake, okay, before the Old Testament and the New Testament was the testament of the 12 ancestors. And this is just to show that there's books beyond books. And the Sumerian texts have pretty much all of the Old and Testament is included in the Sumerian texts. And things are copied, stories are copied, and things are used by an elite group thinking they are above the rest. And these guys use numerology, use God's true sacred geometry, and even astrology to not only help them, but control you and I. So with that being said, I'm going to show how the cult of Saturn, the cult of Satan, is, the cult of the 666. And how do they do that? Even in not only the Star of David is 666, but same with the Christian cross is 666, and they haven't even known it. Same with Islam is 666. Okay, and how am I going to prove that to you? Well, we're going to be doing some counting. Okay, besides the numerology of a specific letter that's down here. Okay, Christ was put on a cross and had 3 nails in him. Okay, and the letter of the nail is the same number as this letter, vowel. Vowel means nail, and nail is the equivalent of 6. So even Christ had a 6, and a 6 into him when they put him on the cross. Because vowel means nail in the Hebrew alphabet, which means 666. But besides that, let's go over how 666 is in every religion being subconsciously programming you from the start. Okay, so the Jews have a 6-pointed star. So 6 points, right? But can we count the lines that connect these points? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 lines plus 6 points equals what? 18. 18, okay, divided by 3 is a perfect 6. Plus 6 plus 6. So the code of 18 is a secret for the number 666. Same with 36, okay, by the way. 36 is another secret I'll just tell you now is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 35, 36 equals 666 in addition. Okay, add them up. Try it yourself. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 up to 36 equals 666. Now, 18 lines. We established 18 divided by 3 is 666. Perfect number. The elites love their 3s. The Holy Trinity. You have the 3 monotheistic religions. The Holy Trinity in that. Blah, blah, blah. So now let's count these lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. 18 lines. And again, 18 is a symbol for 666. And then we have the cube. So how many lines in a cube? Okay. Well, it's a hidden. So we have how many sides? 6 sides. Just like there's 6 these and 6 points. So there's an obvious 6, but then there's a hidden other 12. Where's the 12? Well, that's in the top lines. That's in the bottom lines. That's 4 and 4 is 8. And then each side, right, is another 4 equals 12. Plus the 6 sides equals 18. 18 is a hidden 666. So, back to the cult of Saturn, the cult of Satan, the Brotherhood of the Snake. Okay? And if you don't believe it, I'll just have to go back to the original Brotherhood of the Snake. Oh, you don't see it here, but if you look at the ring around the planet of Antarctica, it is represented like a snake eating its tail. Okay, so these elites use symbolism everywhere to show you how you're controlled. And they don't want God to give you freedom. They want to give you your liberty. Liberty is actually a word in the Navy that means you're given a few days off from being commanded all around. So liberty is not freedom. Liberty is an actual privilege instead of a God-given right. Your God-given right is freedom. Okay? Now 666 isn't evil because it's throughout nature. And it's even in the sacred geometry. These are kind of sacred geometry things, right? I can show you beautiful circles that represent all these squares. And that's another lesson for another day in sacred geometry, numerology. And I guess astrology, if you think about what's Saturn, what's Venus, what's Mercury, these can be different lighted energies created by God to help put particular patterns on the planet that the elites use and control us with by using the cult of Saturn to continuously make what? If we give energy to one particular thing, what does it become? It becomes, let's say, whatever, a cloud of energy. But what is that cloud called? It's called an egregore. Okay, so if one particular group or cult puts energy into any one thing forever and ever for a particular time, every day at a particular time, there's an egregore that's built, and each person or each entity, depending on entity, meaning spiritual entities too, because the astral entities, if you're worshipping demonic type of energies, you're making an egregore that's feeding a demonic spirit, right? So why are we feeding an egregore that can feed the people that are worshiping this egregore and spiritual demonic forces behind the scenes that are using the people to suck their energy like a vampire, like they do with satanic rituals to children, sucking the blood, getting adrenochrome, right? Because they're addicted to that because it's like 10 times more powerful than heroin, makes you feel all mystical and stuff, makes you feel like a god or whatever and all powerful, which is all bullshit. But these guys who use an egregore, okay, and think that, oh, I feel all spiritual because I'm with my peers and blah, blah, blah. Well, no, you're tapped into the egregore that group has made, and you think you're all holy, but you're just feeling good because you have some new and extra energy coming to you from an egregore made by a group or a cult. So this is another lesson, a very deep lesson of how the elites control certain people and make them feel all spiritual. And I mean, it's all there's a really truth to being in oneness with people and being in a group with people and feeling good because they're all in a camaraderie. And where there are two or more in my name, Christ said, I shall be there. So with that being said, may you not build up an egregore of evil, an egregore of Satanism or satanic, Moloch, blood-worshipping, adrenochrome getting, child-stealing parasites on the planet. May you achieve the Christed consciousness of truth. May you achieve the Christ awareness within your heart to know that we are made all from the one God. There's no lesser or greater. We are all equal in the eyes of God, given equal opportunity employment by God in every way. So don't think you're above or below anyone. To be superior is because you think you have actually inferior complex. And if you think you're inferior, it's because you have a superior complex hidden. So don't let your ego control you. Let your spirit come to the knowledge that Christ's path is the way up to God. Not necessarily following a man, but following the truth. For the truth shall set you free. May God's blessing be upon you. And this is Spaceman 2.0. May you do your holy research to find out the truth. And I'm out.